Okay, Coach. Well, with the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the London Black Knights and the Cincinnati Bengals. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Ready up.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Oh, you got deep? Hey, echo.
51, Mike. Mike 51.
Speed dribble. Speed dribble.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Operating from the gun, Jensen. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. Remember, of course, he threw 5 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, same result here.
But it's hard to believe that you can throw 5 in the previous week and start out your very next game the exact same way. He's going to need a lot of support on his own sideline. Make sure he gets really fully mentally into this one.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a second and 14.
Hey, Zoo.
Out of the gun, Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now you won.
51 to Mike.
Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. Hey, wahoo.
Third and long. It's gone. Going down the middle, and it's complete. 18 yards and a first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Now Ballage, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 17-yard line.
Break.
56. Mike's 56.
Check, 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 check.
To To throw on second down, Jensen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
76. 76. Check. 5.
After the interception, here's Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
180.
Let's go.
Check 15. Check 12.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. And Lutz's kick is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
56.
Greystone travel. Hey, Delta. Get it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears.
Hey, 76. Hey, high 7.
Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up. Hey.
From the gun, here's Goff. Thomas has got it, complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
On 1st down, it's Goff. That's caught. It's Thomas. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now Goff. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Hey, 76. Hey, Haywood.
Goff now looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 12 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. So second and goal there from the 1. They go to the air.
And the perfect down to throw the football in this sequence. Second down is always kind of the, do they throw it, do they run it? They worked it out to perfection on that one by throwing it into the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Give me some. Give me some.
Recon, 132 fighter. Five.
Toss play to Balaj. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Bradley Chubb, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Here we go, here we go. 50, plant.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Set, and two stop.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 3rd down, Jensen. And that is incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, that puts them in that position.
Gone. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Back to throw. Goff. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown! Michael Thomas with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 49. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try to cut down the...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Mark 38! Mark 38! Mark 38!
61, matchbox, lights.
Check.
Snap.
To throw again. Jensen, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Jensen. That is caught. It's Perriman. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll run here with Balazs. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. His 4th touchdown on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception.
And that's caught inside the 30. And touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing to start the drive. Jensen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's get off the field.
General West.
Shoot!
Fire.
Milage. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Right there, 54, right there, right.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Jensen. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
4 now. 12.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Goff now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Go.
Watch the run. 57. Mike, 57.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Throwing right, and that's complete. And the ball is knocked out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing again is gone. This is Coleman with a grab. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Goff for the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
57's Mike. Mike, 57. I got one.
Hard ball.
57's the Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
It's game situation. Let's go. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Watch QB jump. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
It's our time. Now.
To the air again. Goff. It's caught. Smith. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
On first down, Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left.
Let's get it.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Echo.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Hey, watch
Louis.
Now Goff. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Here's Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull.
They need stops to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
To try again after the sack. Goff. He's got Smith here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
On 2nd and 9, Goff looking long for Thomas. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play.
57.
Hey, they're scared.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Steps away to his left. And he will find a man here as Thomas comes open. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 21.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
All day. Super. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff, and his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Tight right.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, Delta. Hard, hard. Big grip, big grip.
From the gun, Jensen. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 25 yards that time. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
That's another Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On the ready.
So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Leo. Hey, Haywood.
Back to throw. Jensen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left. Roll him out, bootleg.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
180. Value 1.
After the interception, here's Goff. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. A handoff to the right side. It's Drake.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third.
Go!
DC.
He's coming, double up!
Out of the gun, Goff. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Let's go!
He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
16 yards.
And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slip?
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They run it with Balazs. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Ringo! Come off the ball hard!
Hey, Sam off! Hurry! Get it!
Operating from the gun, Jensen. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his third pick of the game. Instead, it's third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Watch the run, watch the run.
We're good, we're good.
2nd and 5 now. Goff, he gets it to Thomas. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in.
51 to 1, boys, 51.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. That's caught. It's Thomas. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Shot. 180.
Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go, let's go. It's coming, it's coming.
Hey, kill. 12.
Watch the pass. Check.
X3. 218. Done.
On the keeper, here's Goff. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Obama. Hold on. Check. Hey, orbit.
Check.
Pilot, 64, weak. Ric Flair.
After the run, Goff going to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
They come out here in the eye. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. And Lutz puts this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Mike 38.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Brashad Perriman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. All day, all day.
Here's Goff. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert to 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Listen. 2 for 1, 2 for 1. Trickstone, travel. Smooth. All right.
Now it's gone. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. DeForest Buckner in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the run. Watch the run. 57, Mike.
3rd and long. It's gone. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
On 1st and 10, Jensen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
On 1st down, Drake. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now Drake, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Here we go. 120.
Ready? Got double tight. Double tight.
Everyone, you got 4 down.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for our visitors, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.